On my channel, I intend to provide you with a safe platform to discuss the intersections of your entire being, to be able to be comfortable in your own skin, in mission or position. There is no one like you, and we all have a purpose and message. I, for one, am a black woman, mother of four, a military veteran, and a wife, and a social worker, just to name a few. From my channel, I hope that you learn more about military families and social workers. Three of the social work values are my aim in each video: importance of human relationships, dignity and worth of the person, and social justice. No matter what you initially think when you hear social worker, there is more to the profession. Trust me. Stay locked in by subscribing to the channel and be sure that you hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Without further ado, on to today's episode. What's up, everybody? What is going on? So, we are still in the month of April, which means we are still in the month of the military child. And so, today I have my first military child interviewee that's going to join me here shortly. And her name is Jordyn Naylor. Say good morning, or good afternoon, actually. How you doing, Jordyn?
I'm doing great.
All right. So today I'm gonna just before we get started and jump right into these questions, I'm gonna start off with a little icebreaker. So I heard of a few of your favorite things, and so my question is, if you could invite one character from your favorite TV show and one YouTuber to an art class, what would they be and what masterpiece would they create?
Oh, so who I'll invite from a TV show? That is actually a hard question because I have multiple favorite shows.
Okay.
So maybe the show I've been watching lately that has been very good was like I Welcome from a Vampire, and I'll probably invite Amy, which is one of the characters from that show.
Mm-hmm. What's another show
That I like.
and character? Yeah, another show and character.
Uh, so what was that show that we were talking about the other time? The Penny. Oh, Proud Family. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I'm going to start watching again. Which was my favorite show was Penny the Proud Family.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that show. It was really good. So I'll invite that whole family.
The whole family? You sure about that? Even grandma?
Yeah.
Grandma pretty funny though, ain't she?
Yeah.
Okay, so what masterpiece would they create in art class?
Art class. Like what would they draw?
Yeah, or whatever is your art class. So I don't know. Is it drawing? Is it painting?
I honestly don't care. I want to see like something like in the galaxy. I like pictures of galaxies. They're like really pretty. So I want to like make an art class that is how to draw galaxies. Somewhere like I will probably make like a class that makes your own special favorite place. Like your favorite place to be, like your happy place.
Nice. That's interesting though, because I don't know about the girl from the vampire show though. So I guess she'd be as herself though. She wouldn't. I don't know. Vampire in space. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I must say.
I like interesting stuff.
Yeah. So you feeling comfortable? You warm yet? You ready to go?
Mhm.
So I will go ahead and I'll let the people know. No, actually, I'm gonna let you do it. What is your parents' name and what branch of the service are they in?
Okay, so my dad, what you know, his name is Robert. He is in the military. Air
Mhm.
Force, I meant. My bad.
Okay. And so, how about, are both of your parents in the military?
Yes. Well, one is right now, but my mom was in the military. She was in the military for 14 years. My
Hmm.
dad been in the military for almost 21 years.
Wow, that is a long time. That's very much older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So like
what do you know what branch your mom was in?
uh Air Force. Both of them were in Air Force.
All right. Completely Air Force strong over there. I love it. I love it. So, where all have you lived, Jordyn?
Where have I lived?
Yes.
Or right now?
No, all places you have lived. How many times have you had to move?
Um, twi- wait. Um, like I'm gonna think about this. I'm pretty sure like two, two.
Two.
Yep.
Okay. And you lived where? You're currently in Virginia or Maryland. And
Yeah.
where else?
Virginia.
Okay. We're, we got them all wrong. Okay. DMV area. You just a DMV baby? That's it?
Yeah.
It's going in and out. Okay. DMV baby. So, do your friends know that you are a military child?
So most of my classmates in my classroom, they have some parents that are in the military. We don't really talk about it, but sometimes we talk about us on like at school or something about military. Not all the time, but we already all of us already know that our parents are in the military.
How
So
did
yeah,
y'all? Go ahead.
so all of us, most of us have parents in the Air Force. So yeah, we know that our parents are in the Air Force. Thanks. That's a good question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, how is it that you all came? Tell us exactly. We're not gonna say exactly, but like what area are you guys living? So we could figure out, is it a lot of military kids or not? Like,
And right now, or
yeah, right now.
we live in Maryland, Chesapeake Beach.
Okay, okay.
So Chesapeake Beach, we live in.
Do you go to the beach a lot?
We're gonna start because we moved to Maryland like for 2 years. We've been in Maryland for 2 years, so we haven't really been going to the beach a lot. But we have been stopping by there though. But we're going to this summer.
All right. Well, what are some of the things that you like to do?
Being in Maryland,
Just period. What are your hobbies?
um, what I like to do is, whenever like it's like a nice day, I like to go outside in my backyard, play with my brother. Or sometimes I just go in my room and just chill. Just draw whatever makes me happy.
You drawing this outer space stuff?
Not all the time. I just draw humans. I just draw anything. Anything that comes to my mind, I just draw.
It's nice. You gonna make us a book?
One day, well, I actually have made a book about like drawings. It's around my house somewhere, but if I ever seen it, I'll probably like show it to anybody. But yeah, I'm gonna start making books one day. Not right now, but maybe.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love to hear it.
Yeah.
So you lived in two places so far,
Yeah.
and a lot of your friends are also military kids.
Not all
So
of them, most.
most of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to tell anybody that you're a military kid, but those who you do you ever get tired of sharing that you're a military kid?
Not really. We don't talk about it like every day,
Hmm.
but sometimes we just talk about my parents. Like when we first went to school, I talked that my parents were in the military. Yeah, I don't really talk about everything, but I just tell that some I'm in the military. Yeah.
And do they know? Do they treat you any differently when they find that out?
They
Not the
treat me
ones
the
who are
same.
also, but the ones who are not. The ones who are not.
If we talk about the military, they don't treat me different at all. They probably talk about, they don't really talk me differently. Anything else. They treat me the same because most of them are in the military as well.
Yeah. So
It's
at
not
nine,
special.
at 9 years old, are the other kids from other branches? You have contact with kids from other branches, not just Air Force.
Yeah.
So at your young age, are you guys yet picking and teasing each other about, the Air Force is better, the Army is better? Y'all picking with each other yet?
No. We
No,
don't pick. We don't pick. Whoever has the military plan, that's them. And whoever doesn't, that's them.
that's
I
it.
don't. I don't control who can go to the military or not. So I don't really have a favorite. If they don't have a parents or any family members that in the military, I don't treat them different at all.
Love to hear it from the mouths of babes. So you trying to say that that's all us? That's just what you trying to say? Who told us how to act like that?
Nobody.
Nobody. It came from somewhere. I don't know.
I
So,
think that my things like my dad most of the time.
mhm.
Yeah. I get most of my words from my dad and my mom, but most of the time I'm always around my dad, so whatever I see from him, I learn from it, and I just learn from him. He's a motivation to me.
Is he?
Yeah.
That is so sweet. So how does he motivate you? What is it that he has done or is doing right now?
So most of the time I see him making candles and anything. So what I see, I usually like just like watch, and every time I do that, it just makes me like want to make something as well. Like if I see him make something, it will most likely make me want to do something as well.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah.
want to tell us what that? You give them a little sneak peek of what that something is. Do you do
Like if he makes
anything
a
similar
candle,
like your dad?
if he makes a new fragrance of shea butter, I might want to make another one too,
Mm-hmm.
because I see him, most of his stuff, most of his like shea butter smell good, and I want people to make have that most energy for me. Like I want that most attention from people as well. Not trying to take it away from him, but I mean I want that most um that 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 energy from other people as well.
Yeah. We gonna come back to that before we end. We're gonna definitely come back to that. So we're gonna take a little more military turn. So since okay, hold on, I got another comment for you too, that shea butter does smell good. Um so in your short time, do you recall your dad ever deploying or going TDY?
So like, what do I feel like when what how I felt when he left?
Well, yeah, but first I was just asking you if you remember him actually leaving.
So that question, when he left, everything felt a little different. Like when I mean like different, it didn't feel the same because I knew somebody in my family was missing. So most of the time, I felt a little sad because I love my dad most of the time, and I most likely want to spend more time with my dad. Like, yeah. So it was really sad. It was really sad. It felt different.
What's the longest that you recall him being gone?
What is the longest he had been gone?
Yeah.
So when I was really young, which was the first time he left, I was like, I didn't remember. I didn't remember anything, but the longest I remember was when I was like 4 years old. When I was 4 years old. That was like the longest because I knew I knew my dad a lot, and I can talk to him and I speak to him and I see him in the morning all the time. So that was probably the longest, but because I was like the first time he left, I was a baby, so I really didn't understand anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the longest I remember was when I was 4 years old. So the last time.
Mm-hmm. And so
So
you said it felt different and you were sad. Are you able to put any other words to it? Like what was so different
I
because
felt
he was
emotional.
gone?
It was like when I mean like different, it felt empty kind of. Cause
Ooh.
like most of the time I see my dad walking around saying good morning to me
Mhm.
a lot, and when he wasn't here, I most of the time when I was little, I used to come to my dad's room and say good morning and stuff, and like talk to him. But now that I came in his room when I was younger, I didn't see him, so that's how I felt kind of sad.
Mhm.
I wanna see him in person instead of on a phone.
Yeah. How does that feel seeing him and talking to him on the phone?
I mean, most of the time I want to hug him, just talk like I want to like touch him in person, like give him hugs and stuff before I go to bed. But when I was on the phone, I couldn't do that. All I can see his face. I like to see people in person,
Mhm.
so I didn't really like that a lot. I wanted to see him in person.
Yeah. Did that make after you talked to him? No, how about before? Before and after you talked to him on the phone, did it make you did it help or did it hurt?
Did it help talking to him on the phone?
Yeah. So actually don't answer that. Let me start over and let me reword the question. Before talking to your dad on the phone, did you want to?
Did I want to talk to him on the phone?
Yeah, because sometimes kids would be like, or even spouses, because sometimes I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it. I did not want to even get on the phone. I don't want to do this. Did you ever have that feeling?
No, actually, when my mom told me you want to call your dad, I was really happy
Hmm.
because I like to see my dad a lot. So I felt good about that. I wanted to see him.
And then
But
after the phone call, did it help you? Because you mentioned being sad. So did it help you? And did you want to do it more often, or did you kind of want to do it a little bit less?
I actually, I'm not really, I don't know about that question. Like I don't know how I felt about that. I'm pretty sure from my own words right now, I'll probably rather see him more because just hanging up on the phone is not gonna do anything. Because if I talk to him in person, it's most likely longer. But on the phone, you won't have to like you have to get off the phone at some point. So I'm not sure what to answer that question.
Okay. Well, you did a very good job with that. Um, what type of things did you do to keep yourself busy while your dad was gone?
Um, I usually like I spent more time with my mom at that time. So that's actually a good question. I usually called him most of the time.
Hmm.
That's what helped me. I don't know what to do without seeing my dad, so I just called him. That's the only thing that made me happy at that time.
Yeah. So most of the time, what we would do, we would like try to find an extra activity for ourselves and for our kids. So did that happen to you a lot? Did you get put in extra activities when your dad was gone?
So at then I actually had a tablet that had like games on it. So I actually did have a tablet. I still do. So I'm pretty sure I had like a tablet at that time and used to play games on that. So that keep me like busy all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I did have something to play with at that time.
Yeah, I'm gonna give away a little bit that I saw you playing soccer.
Oh,
But so did your mom put you in soccer while your dad was gone? Or was soccer something that you've played for quite some time, like when your dad, even when he was here?
so when I was younger, me and my dad and my little brother, we used to go outside and practice playing sports outside. So that was something that also keep me like busy. But most of the time, my dad used to help me doing like playing soccer, playing basketball, sports and all. So I didn't really play that much outside because my dad is like almost like a coach to me
Mm,
even now. So I
yeah.
didn't really play that much sports and soccer when he was gone because my dad helps me play sports and stuff like that. So no, that's the answer.
Mm, nice. Okay. So your mom did 14 years. And so was that she got out before you were born or after?
After after I was born.
Mm. And you don't really recall her time being in the Air Force, correct?
Uh, no.
So I'm gonna ask this question.
Okay.
Because you say my dad, my dad, my dad, my dad, my dad.
Mm.
He's important.
Yeah.
So mom, I know mom was doing some things, mom was holding you down,
Yeah.
but you are also bringing to light some things that I'm pretty sure my own kids feel and that they have gone through. That dad is their playmate. Dad is the one who is a lot more active. So, did mom play with you anymore when your dad was gone?
Yes. That is a good question. So, um, yes, my mom used to play with me a lot, but I usually spend more time with my dad instead of my mom. So I do love my mom, but I most likely like to play with my dad instead of my mom. I do play with my mom sometimes when I was younger, but I'd rather play with my dad because I don't he's just more fun. Not gonna
Mhm.
I love my mom, but my dad most of the time is more fun because he does more things.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been told it's because we turn things into a lesson.
Yeah.
Is that the case for you too?
Uh hmm. Can you repeat that one more time?
So I've been told that like it's hard to play with me because something would be turned into a lesson. Um, so let's just say if you actually did bring the soccer ball or whatever to your mom to go play a game, do you feel like this is no longer going to be a game, a nice friendly game? This is now you're gonna have to learn some life lessons, or you're gonna get fussed at about something.
So the reason why I actually play sports with my dad because he used to play basketball and a lot of sports.
Mm,
My mom really didn't play a lot of sports than my dad, and I didn't really. My mom, I play with her like toys or like my Legos and stuff, but I don't play like sports with my mom because my dad most likely plays more sports than my mom.
hmm, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Now I know about that one. Okay, I'm gonna move on that one. Um, so the next question that I have for you actually isn't really much of anything. I think it was a pretty short and sweet to the point interview. How about I'm trying to see if people want to ask you anything. If y'all have anything y'all want to ask her, she while I got her, um, you did a very good job though. I'm gonna tell you that. Very good
Thank
job.
you. Thank you.
So what I am gonna do, I'm gonna also give it away. You said you're motivated by seeing the things that your dad does, and he makes candles. It kind of makes you want to. So share with the people what it is that you do. That's very much like your dad. Show us those candles and them chapsticks and things.
Oh, thanks for asking. So I actually do make a lot of shea butters like this. Sorry. Like this. I make this one. Pink lemonade. And I also have Fruit Loops. For all the people that love cereal, I got Fruit Loops.
Nice.
So.
And I got that bubble gum. That bubble gum smells really good.
The reason why I have only these ones because we ran out of pink lemonade and bubble gum. So right now we only have these two. Fruit Loops. Sorry. This camera. Oh. I just found some.
Yeah, that smells really good. It smells just like bubble gum.
Oh, I didn't see them. My dad changed the order of everything. So.
What made you decide to want to do specifically this line of work that your dad is doing? What made you want to do shea butters and stuff like that?
So I actually made shea butter before my dad.
Oh.
So what I did was I wanted me and my mom started looking at these videos about people making like these creamy things, and I asked my mom. And my mom actually asked me, "Do you want to start making shea butter?" And I said, "I want to because I seen internet having these like lotion and stuff, so I want to make something of my own." So my mom got these fragrances like some cotton candy, stuff like that, like unicorn, and we started using those because I just wanted to have fun. And around that, it was like COVID kind of like COVID was starting to like go away at that time, but it was still a little COVID-y out here. So for our free time, we used to make these shea butters like cotton candy and stuff like that. So I actually started making these before my dad did. So.
That's nice. And then he came over and then tried to get in the game, huh? You gotta let him know who's the real veteran.
Yeah.
So here's a question: what's your favorite thing to do with your mom now? And your favorite thing to do with your dad now? I think I know the second one, but.
So one thing that I like to do with my dad is I like to make shea butter. That's one thing that I do like to make with my dad. I like to make shea butter. I like to make videos with my dad. I like to do most of my things with my dad, like make shea butter. Anything that has business with it, I usually do with my dad. And one thing that I like to do with my mom now is I actually do sometimes do my mom's hair sometimes for my free time. So sometimes with my mom, I usually practice with my mom's hair, and I usually do that for my free time. So with my shea butter, I actually use the shea butter for like lotion and stuff. So this, and I like just grease her scalp and stuff like that. So yeah. Huh? Oh, and also I actually do puzzles with my mom as well.
And puzzles, okay.
Yeah. Puzzles and hair with my dad, shea butter, and business stuff.
And business, okay. Yeah. Is there anything that you really like about being a military child, and then anything that you don't like?
So honestly, I'm not sure how to say this, but I'm actually in the middle. So yes and no. So one thing that I do like is like, I'm not sure how to say this, but I'm glad because I'm not sure. Um, the one thing I like to be about being a military child is just there's nothing special about it. They treat me like regular parents and stuff like that, so nothing special. So I'm
Okay.
not sure how to answer that.
Yeah, that was very good. And
Yeah.
I feel like I had already asked you that, but I think it was a good place to put it right there as well.
Yeah.
And so do you think that you would join the military, or you're going to follow and do other types of business?
So that is a very good question. So I do not want to go in the military. I want to go to college and I'm going to do some other things. I'm not sure why, but I just want to do something different because my whole entire family been going to the military. Like my mom, my dad, my aunts, my grandparents. Most of my family and uncle been to the military, so I want to do something different. Since my older brother's going to the military, I want to do something different to go to college and do some other things like sports, and I want to make more business stuff like my candles and my shea butter. I want to do something else. So that was a good question, but I do not want to do the military.
That's very good. It's very good. I am certain that you will be successful at whatever it is that you choose to do.
Thank you. Thank you
Is
very much.
there anything else that you would like to say? If there's a parent, family member, another military child, whatever that's watching this, do you have anything that you would want them to know?
Um, well, yeah. Well, everybody that is in the military right now, I hope you guys are doing very good in life, and I know my parents are watching right now, but they're doing they're doing very good. I love my mom. She's been doing very successful things in life right now. My dad, his candles smell very good, and his shea butter. So I know he's watching right now, and I hope you know that your shea butter and your candles smell good. So I also thank you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
once again, I thank you for joining and being the first brave young military child to join me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I see that there are no more questions from the viewers. And so with that, I'm gonna
And
go.
if
Oh,
there
you know what? You're not too young. Let me ask you: do you like pancakes better or waffles better?
okay. All right. So that is very good. So one thing that I do like about pancakes is I like that they're fluffy and they have like a lot of good taste to them. I like waffles because I like the crispy part of the waffles. Like if you look at the side, I like the crispy part of the side. Yeah, I like that part. Waffles, I like the fluffy part because it does taste good. My grandma, well I call her Nana. She makes some good pancakes. So
Mhm.
actually, I don't have a yes and a no of this question because both are very good in their own way. So both of them I do like. So there's no right and wrong answer. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that, from the mouth of a babes, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end today's show. And if you guys know of any other military kid who you think should come on, please send them my way. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I would like to thank my guests for joining me, or simply thank you for watching the pre recorded episode. No matter what your birth order is, how you self identify, and whether you like pancakes or waffles. If this is the first time you're hearing it today, I want you to know that you are loved. You were put here for a purpose that only you can fulfill. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be sure that you like and share the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notifications bell. This is Real Ram out.